Okay, here we go. Folks, good evening, everybody. We're going to let everybody file in. Hold on, hold on just a moment. We're going to let everybody file in here. Okay, all right. Hello, everyone. Yes, we shall see. Hold on a moment. All right, now, sorry, everybody. Okay, I know we have some people entering the chat that want to be on. Because we're going to start to allow subscribers. I'll answer that question. I'll answer that question. Um, I'll answer that question. I will. But first, I want to. I know we have. I know we have Tommy here, and I think we had someone else that wanted to join. But I'm actually. I want to make sure that Jessica, unless Jessica put the name Tommy. So I'm going to ask Tommy to maybe drop off until we get. Um, no, we're not doing that just yet. We're not doing that just yet, everybody. So we have a guest. You can do that later. You can jump on in just a little while. So we have a special guest we're trying to have on. This was my idea. So I'm going to ask everybody to hold off. Okay. Oh, good. There she is. Okay. This should be our guest for tonight. No, Bill, you're going to do it later, okay? We're going to do it later, Bill. So we're going to disconnect you. I need to get Jess on, okay? Now, first, before we bring on Jess, I want to just I want to answer that. How come the news isn't talking about this anymore? Now, I'm not trying to single out Donna, and we are live right now on YouTube. We're live on X, and we're obviously live on Facebook. So, nope, we're going to ask people, you got to wait. You got to wait till after we have the guest. Um, I can't explain that enough. Just hold on. But I want to, this seemed like a good idea earlier when I was going to say that we could have the various people on, except everyone's jumping the gun a little bit. Everyone's very anxious to be on. But I want to answer that question, and I'll tell you why. Because that's a fair question. Now, the way it works, you got to understand, I follow stories that I'm interested in, right? And when we do these, this is where we go in depth. So the news, we'll just talk about television. They send out, okay, reporter, you know, around a table. There's a fire in Lincoln. Reporter A, you go cover that. Reporter B, They may have found a body in Pawtucket or whatever. You go cover that. So they're just going because they're assigned. Now, one last part of this, and again, I'm not trying to single out Donna, but she asked it. But you got to understand the news, they just go with what's been released. Now, those of you that have watched, we go far more in depth. We talk to witnesses that were there, right? We know more about the apartment. We've talked to neighbors. We know a lot more about Erica. So I think that answers the question. All right. So everybody, let's bring her on. Oh, good. It's just, that's fine. It's just going to be audio. And Jess, I just want to make sure you can hear me okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Now, how do you want me to just refer to you as Jess?
Yes.
Okay. Now listen, you got to listen and talk directly to me. It sounds like you're listening to the live stream, so which is going to be on delay. Okay. So if you're with someone or you have that up, I need you to turn that down. I need you to just focus on the conversation with me. Otherwise, it's going to be okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Jess?
Yes.
Okay. What did I just say? What did I just say?
You said if I'm listening to it or I'm with somebody that's listening to it, it'll start to lag.
All right.
I got it.
No, well, it's just they're listing delay. There's a delay on it. It has nothing to do with me, but it's delayed just a couple seconds. So, but I'm in real time. All right. Now, I'm going to ask some questions, but why don't we start off? You've been contacting me, and I did see some evidence that you are knowledgeable about some of the people involved in Central Falls. So why don't we start off, Jess, with you tell everyone that's watching what you know about this, where then you said, I need to contact John so I can tell him what's really going on with this story.
I'm going to explain it based off of what I know.
Yeah.
Because I'm sort of close to one of the people that is in that mix.
Okay.
So, from what I know personally, because I have asked this person multiple times, but people are sitting there threatening people that are the 6 that got arrested. But this is my issue. What people don't know is that Mike Dion was behind it all. So that might come to shock to a lot of people, but what I know is Mike Dion was in contact with Elizabeth Duran during the time that Erica was living there. That he told Elizabeth that you can do whatever you need to do if Erica gets out of line. I don't care. He has admitted to giving the green light to both Liz and 2 people down in KP. And I'm going to say that with the facts of he has given me the green light during last summer on multiple occasions. And I explained to him, and I went at the side of his throat. And I'll admit that I came at the side of his throat because I said to him again and again, do not give the green light to have Erica jumped or beat up if you're going to take it back a couple days later. I gave him warning after warning after warning. I said to him, excuse me, I said to him multiple times that, Mike, if you give this green light and something happens to her, whether she gets beat up, put in ICU, or gets killed, it will be on you because you have given the green light. And everybody that lives in the streets or knows the streets better than books can tell you once you put a hit on somebody, you can never take it back. And I want to say that to say this. He's on the news and everybody's sitting there saying that, oh, he misses his daughter. He was the reason why this happened to her. He is the reason why this all happened. Because I guarantee you, half of the people that watch your show don't even know that he was in contact with her from the jump start. A lot of people that I have
Now, you've been
confronted
in
my
the chat. Hold on. I want people to understand. You've been watching. He pops up in the chat, and he does identify himself as Erica's father.
That is correct. I have seen it. But what people don't know is he's on these chats saying, I miss her, I love her, you know, and all this. But him and his girl, Crystal Smith, have both been there when I confronted them both. And I said specifically, and I can give you an exact place we were. When I came at the side of his throat, we was at St. Pat's on a Monday night when they were serving dinner. On that Friday before, Mike has said to me in front of multiple people, Jessica, I give you the green light to fight Erica. I don't care what happens to her. I'm effing done with her. I said, Mike, I said, I told you this the last time. You giving a green light right now. Don't tell me in a day or two. You can't take it back.
You cannot take it back once you put that out there.
So come that Monday night at St. Pat's up on Smith, we was all there. It was Mike Dion. It was Crystal. I can name everybody that was there. And they was giving out sneakers after dinner. And Mike had went up to somebody that we were with and said, hey, can you get Erica a pair of sneakers? And I heard him say it. So when we got back to the table, I said to Mike, Mike, wait a minute. What the hell you mean get Erica a pair of sneakers? Didn't you just tell me on Friday that you wanted me to fight her? He said, yeah, but I took it back. I turned it off. I said, Mike, I'm going to tell you right now, if you was in Boston, because I'm not a bitch from out here, excuse my French, I'm not from out here. I'm not from Rhode Island. I don't rep Rhode Island. I will never rep this stupid state. But I specifically told him that if you were to go to Boston, to New York, to Chicago, to Atlanta, if you gave the green light and tried to take it back in any of them states or cities, you would have been killed. The girl would have been killed and Erica would have been killed because you gave a green light and tried to take it back. I said, that's considered a bounty. You cannot do that. And he kept doing it because multiple people have known he's done this. A lot of people that are on this chat that are defending him didn't even know he was given these green lights. Some of them didn't even know. Because when I confronted Mike not even a week ago, he admitted in front of a lot of people that didn't even know that, yes, he gave the green light. Yes, he was in contact with Elizabeth. Yes, he gave her the green light. But I bet you a lot of y'all don't even know that Mike Dion admitted to raping Erica at one point or another. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, people are coming. I'm going to say this. People are coming at people that did wrong. Yeah, I get that. And yeah, they're at fault for not reporting or whatever the case may be. But what people don't understand is there was other people behind the scenes. Like James Hall, he poured bleach on her the night that she died, which, mind you, was Saturday night. Okay? Saturday night before, 24 hours before Stephanie and Andrew had got that phone call. So Erica was already dead on Saturday. Okay?
How do you know that?
Because of I've gotten messages and I've gotten people have came to me because they know how close I am to this whole thing. And
Now
this is
let's
why
talk
I'm
about
trying
Jess.
to
Let's talk
clarify.
about. All right, hold on. Let's talk about the 6. How do you know Josh?
Josh used to live with me when I first moved to Sylvian Street about a year after I moved there. He was married to a chick named Haley. And I know that because I was at his wedding. I know I met Chris through Cheryl. I met Cheryl through Liz. I met Elizabeth through Josh. And I know Stephanie because, again, I'm going to admit it, Stephanie is my sister.
So she's your sister, Stephanie,
That is correct.
and she's involved with Brittany, right? And
She is
she's
no
also
longer involved with Brittany. No, she is
She
not.
was. Okay. Well, she was
She
involved
was.
with her, correct?
She was. But I'm going to make it clear. My sister,
Stephanie.
Stephanie, and I
Yeah.
will say it, that is my sister.
All right. And is she married to Andrew?
No, she is not.
No.
They
Is she
are
still
engaged.
involved? They're engaged.
They are
Okay.
engaged to get
So,
married.
Jess, here's the thing. As you're coming
So
on and
Stephanie,
you're defending the 6 of them, you're related to
no,
one of them, though.
no, I'm not
What do you know?
defending any of them. But I'm going to tell you, my sister wasn't involved because I will explain why and why her kids were not involved or why everything, because her kids were with me. Her daughter, the one that was in the car when Andrew and Elizabeth got arrested, she was with me Sunday all day.
All right. But,
Okay?
Jess, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Are you saying the only reason they were beating Erica was because her father put out the hit on her?
This is what I'm going to tell you. They were
Who's there with you? I can hear someone whispering. Is that Stephanie?
No, that's
Is your
my
sister
daughter.
there? All right.
No.
Well, your daughter's whispering to you?
Yes. I have 2 children. Yes.
All right. But when's the last time you saw your sister Stephanie?
I am with my sister basically almost every day.
All right. So she's not there with you right now.
No, she is not.
Okay. Does she want to talk to us? Does she want to talk to us? That would be helpful.
She does want to speak on the situation, but
That would be a very good time.
The issue with that is with her life being threatened every single day, especially when, if someone sees her, like I can tell you, we was down in KP yesterday and she almost got stabbed. That's why she's refusing to speak right now, because she has been getting death threats after death threats after death threats, including people have been threatening her children.
So she just got out. She's out on bail, correct?
That is correct. And I bailed her out. I'm going to justify that right now.
No. But you bail her out and you guys go straight to Kennedy Plaza, which is we call in KP. Is that correct?
No. My sister got out about 2 weeks ago out of jail. I bailed her out on Wednesday. She got released on Wednesday. Like the 20.
Do you know Cheryl and Joanne?
Yes, I do.
Do you know Cheryl and Joanne?
I know them.
Did you hear? Go ahead.
I watched the live the other night. Yes, I did.
And what can you tell us about that?
I can explain that my sister was never jealous about anybody. What the issue was, and I'll explain it because I know,
All right.
is that
Let me
Erica,
ask you this, Jess. What if we do this? Hold on. What if when you say something, what if Stephanie then just says, yes, that's true? What about that? So then she could, it's not her saying it, she's saying that's right. What if we just do that? So then you're doing the talking, but then maybe she's just validating it.
I can see if she's close by.
All right. See if she's close by and she can do that.
Give me
So, all
1
right,
minute.
all right. We're gonna give her a minute. Let's see. Now I know we had some people. Cheryl, I sent a link to. Who
She
else?
will be here in 20
Oh, good.
minutes. I
20
just
minutes. All
texted
right.
her. She will be here in 20 minutes.
All right.
And
Well,
she
good.
is willing to come on and
Good.
say yes or no to clarifying most of what is being said. But again, what I want to make very clear is the
Yep.
death threat towards my sister has to stop. Because
Who?
why are they only targeting my sister when there is 5 other people that are out and nobody's going after them?
I don't know.
That's pissing me off because every time I turn around, because again, y'all know nobody has a phone. Out of the 6 of them, the cops took their phone. My
Okay.
sister, the only way she can get in contact with anybody is through a tablet
Go ahead.
or through her computer.
Okay.
She does not have a phone. She does not have Facebook.
So
She does
now
not have
talk about the
money.
father again. How
Go ahead.
how do you know the father?
The father who? Mike Dion?
Tell me about it. Tell me about Eric. Yeah, Dion.
So, okay, so
Is he a KP person?
he hangs down during the summer, like every summer, he would hang
Yep.
like down at the statue in Kennedy Plaza, City Hall steps, or he would be in the park behind Subway. That's where a lot of us
Okay.
used to hang out.
Okay. Talk to me about Erica.
So I met Erica when I started going to Mathewson Street Church. I was cool with her. Me and her had a bunch
Yep.
of different conversations, and then as time went on, come in. My
Stephanie.
sister just got here.
Mike Dion in the chat. Mike, if you send a direct message, I'll put you on. Mike Dion.
So
We'll see.
again, I want to clarify the fact of Mike Dion and Erica bumped heads a lot. Okay, they bumped heads a lot. There was times during the summer, Erica would get food stamps. Mike Dion and Crystal lives with her parents, so all their money and food stamps were going in the house. So whenever they came down to Kennedy Plaza and met up with, whether it was me, whether it was Ma Jane, or anybody that used to hang down there as a group together, he would ask everybody, hey, do you have food stamps? Do you think you could buy me a soda or something? So there was a bunch of times I could tell you I've done bought them sodas. I've done bought them food on food stamps because they always acted like they didn't have money. There was a bunch of times when Erica would have food stamps and Mike would tell her, let me use your card to go get a soda. And he would be buddy with her. And then he would go in 7-Eleven. And mind you, everybody knows when you're buying snacks at a little corner store like that, the prices are going to be up there, And I watched him take this girl for so much of her food stamps in one day. He made her buy 2 large pizzas, 4 sodas for him and Crystal, 8 things of the Reese packages,
Is that
15
true?
of the
Can
big
Stephanie
Slim
say that?
Jims.
Was Stephanie there that night?
No, this was
No.
before she met Erica. This was before she met Erica. There was times when I watched him, during that time he bought 15 Slim Jims. Like, he used people for their stuff. And then when he didn't like something that was said to him, he would cop an attitude, and then it'll be all hell hit the fan. There was times when he was out there and him and Erica got into it. There was a restraining order between them.
Talk
there
about
was,
that. Can Stephanie verify that happened?
Yes, she can.
All right. All she has to say is that's true.
That's true.
All right. There she is. There's Stephanie.
So again, like I said, Mike Dion wants to sit there and play like he is innocent when in reality, everybody that knows him knows that he gave the green light. There's been witnesses. And my sister sitting right here, she can confirm that Mike gave green lights to me, to multiple people.
He's admitted to doing the green light.
But what? Here's the why, and maybe both Jess and Stephanie. Why was he given the green light that you could beat on Erica? Because
they would, when him and Erica would fight, he would give the green light for her something to happen to her.
So every time when he would say, like if Erica said, "Oh, I hate my dad," or they would hate each other. She would say, "I hate my dad." He would say, "I hate Erica." And they would go back and forth over, little things like stupid shit. And then Mike would give the green light. Like when Erica called, when there was a rumor going around over the summer that Mike raped Erica. People were saying it was just a rumor, that it wasn't true. Mike said, when Erica was saying, "My dad raped me," Mike would say, "No, that's a rumor, that's a rumor." And then because she went and said it, he would get pissed off and he'd be like, "Oh, I don't care about that bitch. I hate her, da 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 da." And start going, come up to random people and say, "I give the green light to fight my daughter. I don't care what happens to her. I don't care if she lives or dies." Like, there's been so many times when he's done it. And this is what people don't understand. I told him this a long time ago.
Hold on.
Last summer, I told him.
Can Stephanie say whether or not that's true?
It is. Everything she's saying is true.
And so the only reason why Erica was beaten in that apartment was basically almost on orders from the father, or he okayed it. He gave the green light.
Exactly.
And what about why was she so thin? What about in the dumpster looking for food?
So with that, she was making herself sick. Because again, people came out and said it. There was proof that Anthony Kennedy raped her, Josh Irons raped her, and Andre Montero raped her. Once they raped her, she did get pregnant. She was pregnant at one point in time, supposedly. But she ended up miscarrying, And then because of that, she started making herself sick because again, they was giving her cat food and dog food in her food.
Who was?
Elizabeth and other people that were in that house.
Oh, so Liz was. Liz and Josh. Liz was.
So I wouldn't eat food. I wouldn't eat no food if I know there's cat food or dog food or the food had spices in it or if the food, was old food or whatever the case may be. Me as a person, I wouldn't eat it. I would rather starve myself than eat something like that. That's just my personal opinion. But I want to get to another point.
All right, hold on. I want to talk to the moderators. I'm sending the moderators a message. I know I saw Robin. I don't know if Garney or Carlos is on, but and again, I have people I want to just mention that are messaging me, but you gotta say what is what is the connection here to the whole thing. But I don't know why, and I don't like to do this. I want to be very clear. I'm not trying to embarrass anyone, but I've seen mods. I don't know why no one is responding. Now, I know. Hold on, everybody. We're gonna, and I'm not yelling at anybody. I don't know why. You want to clarify who does. I don't understand why I'm not seeing. How come Robin's not saying, I got your message, or, okay. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Keep going then. We're going to pass on that. We've already established. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jess. All right. I hear some more whispering.
Okay. So I'm looking at.
All right. She fell off. Yeah, I can tell. Listen, I want to be fair to Mr. Dion. So, but he's not messaging the page. Be clear. I don't know how else to explain why people are not. There he is. Mike, you got to DM the page. You got to DM the page. Now, you send a direct message to this page, or then you could go through Messenger. So, no, I'll handle it. All right. We're going to go back to, I believe this is Jess and Stephanie. So now, Jess, before you continue, I would like it if Stephanie could verify that what you're being saying is true.
Yeah.
Yes, what I'm saying is the truth. And I see Mike Dean in your comments saying it's not true. But I want to confront him because didn't just the other day, multiple people came at your side of your throat at Duncan's and you admitted to the crap, Mike, that you gave the green light? Didn't I confront you inside of the sanctuary at Mathewson Street Church? And you admitted in front of everybody that you gave the goddamn green light.
And when you said that, and you said about the green light, you said you didn't think that this was going to happen to Erica, but you gave the green light, and we told you, and Jessica told you that this could happen to her, but you did not want to believe anybody. When you sit there and give a green light, it's a bounty. Somebody's going to catch it.
So, Mike, stop playing victim in this and tell the goddamn truth. Because this is sickening. Because I'm not going to sit there and have my sister be the only one blamed for things that she did. Yeah, she's wrong for not reporting it. But you or
You don't know
anybody
the-
as
nobody
a
knows
mother,
behind- nobody knows the truth behind of why I get reported.
at the end of the day, as a mother or as a father, if your children's lives were put on the line and you got told that if you opened your mouth that they was gonna come after your kids was gonna end up dead next, what would you have done? Would you have
So-
risked the lives of your children or risk your freedom? Because I'll guarantee you 1,000% of people in these comments would choose the same way my sister did. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's the goddamn truth that 99% of people in your comments would sit there and say, if their children's lives, if a gun was pointed at your kids' heads or a phone to call police of what the hell is going on, which one would you save? Would you save your own ass and watch your kids die? Or would you save your kids' ass and watch and lose your freedom at the end of the day?
So
Because
the
every
only
single
reason,
person is gonna feel the same
Go
way.
ahead. And I want to be very clear. So you're saying the only reason Erica was treated that way was essentially because of
And from what
orders
I
from
got told by
her
multiple people since this shit came out and my sister's name got plastered everywhere, because I have gotten messages, I have gotten screenshots, I have gotten voice clips, I have gotten emails, I have gotten everything where it literally says, right, that my sister was not involved. The only thing she did was not report because of the safety of her children.
Did she ride with them when
No,
they got
she
rid of
did not.
Erica? She was not in the
she did
car.
not. I will explain that. The
Go
day
ahead.
that they went and dumped the body, I was with my sister at her house. I was with my sister again on Monday night, and I have video proof of that. I have pictures and videos of that I was with her and her children at the park on Monday. I was with her daughter on Sunday with my children, and I took them to events up in Woonsocket. And she was home with my other niece, 2 nieces, and herself. And I know that because we was on video. I was sending her pictures. We was on FaceTime at the events. So everybody's sitting there blaming my sister. But every one of y'all mother hell is in the comments that are saying only my sister. Why are you guys not going after everybody else involved? I don't see nobody going after Chris, going after Cheryl, going after JoJo, going after Andrew, going after Brittany, going after Liz, going after Josh. The only one getting targeted on a regular basis is my sister when she is getting threatened to get stabbed, to get killed. And I don't see none of y'all doing the same to Brittany. You want to know where Brittany is? She's in Newport. Want to know where Chris is? He's in goddamn Pawtucket. Everybody want to know where everybody is? Look it up. But stop coming only at my sister because I'm sick of it now.
What happened that Saturday night?
Don't know.
My sister wasn't there. The only thing, she got a phone call on Sunday morning at 11:30 in the morning asking Andrew for help from Liz and Josh. Stephanie begged and begged Andrew not to go, and he went anyways. She never went. The next thing she knows, come Monday morning, come Monday afternoon, she was at work when she got a phone call from the CF Police Department to come back from where she was working to go get her kids. Her daughter was never in the car. Her car seat was. The only one that was in the car because they had just picked her up from school is her 8-year-old daughter.
Why would they allow
And
an 8-year-old to even be into any of that, though? That makes no sense.
they picked her up from school
That was at work.
because Andrew was on the paperwork as the father. So he went and picked her up because the mother was at work. We didn't
What
expect
about
any of this to happen.
All right,
She
but
went to
so a bounty is considered when somebody is paying somebody to lay hands on somebody else. So all the people who laid hands on her obviously got paid. So all the people who were in it got paid. So they can't sit here and act like they're innocent if they all was like, oh, he gave the green light, he gave the green light, let's go ahead and beat her to death.
I don't know about any of what happened physically in that house. The only thing I knew was Mike was in contact with Elizabeth because he admitted it when I confronted him at Matheson Street Church, where he said to us in front of me and my sister and multiple other people that he was in contact with Elizabeth. And then when we stepped outside of the church, I said to him in front of my sister and multiple people, Mike, are you in contact with Liz? He said yes. He was in contact with her.
what?
Mike admitted to it all.
Why did your sister? Why did Stephanie break up with Brittany?
Stephanie, when she got picked up from the police, when she got,
I've seen the TikToks where Brittany is saying she's in love with your sister.
they
And then all the TikToks say that they're all in a big relationship. So I don't understand.
the only one that was in a relationship, and I can confirm it, was Stephanie,
them.
Angel, and
Everybody
Brittany.
in CF knows that they were all in a relationship.
No.
Yes,
The
yes.
only one that was
One that I was fucking was Brittany and Andrew.
All right, you can't swear
Okay.
because we'll be canceled.
And
So
Andrew was
keep it.
No,
was
you
it-
can. You can.
and
You can.
Andrew was fucking stuffing Brittany, and Brittany was stuffing Chris and Erica. Like, come on now. Orgy is an orgy.
no.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yes.
That's all fucked up.
Cheryl was dating Andre Montero and Chris.
Yep. Right.
Liz was
So
dating
One woman, two men.
Okay? Andre
Go ahead.
cheated on Cheryl
With Erica.
with Erica.
Okay,
Because she
but
got me.
at the end of the day, people was left alone multiple times. If you're threatening my family and you're saying, oh, if you go tell such and such, or if you go bring it to the police, I'm gonna hurt you and your kids. If I bring it to the police before you have the chance to hurt me and my kids, you will end up in jail. Point blank period. If I'm coming, somebody should have spoke up.
All right.
Point blank period. No matter when. People was
And I
left
get
alone
it.
multiple times.
All right. Jane,
And I
we're
get
gonna have
that,
Jane
and
take
my
a break. I
sister
appreciate
doesn't
that. Go ahead.
agree. But she had
Hold
to
on.
put her children's lives before anything else.
Right. Who
She was
was
scared.
having? All right, hold on. Who was having sex with Erica?
Okay. Josh Irons, Anthony Kennedy, and Andre Montero.
Those three.
We're
Okay.
having sex with
What? Say that again.
Anthony
Those
Kennedy,
three.
Josh Green, and Andre Montero were the only ones fucking Erica.
Okay. Now, what about Liz? Who was Liz having sex
Liz
with?
was only fucking Joshua.
That's it?
Yes.
No girls.
No.
All right. Were any girls with Erica?
No.
No. Who was the girl with a fake eye and long hair?
That is
Who was that?
Rebecca. That is
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yeah. Where is she? Did she go to New York?
That's the last thing I. That's what.
She went to New York. She went to New York and came back, and she's living in Pawtucket.
Okay. Oh, she's in Pawtucket. Okay. Now, your sister would only be with Brittany and Andrew.
That is
I
correct.
never had sex on Central.
But again,
I didn't
my
live there.
sister and Andrew had their own house. They never
Right. I heard that.
on Central. They never
Okay.
lived there. Their kids
Okay.
never slept. Their kids were
Okay.
only there during the day while my sister was at work. Other than that,
What,
Andrew, Stephanie, and the kids went home to their house.
okay. Would where would Stephanie have sex with Brittany? At Josh and
No.
Liz's
no.
house or at her own house?
No, at her own house.
Okay. With Andrew.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, what happened between Stephanie and Brittany?
They do not talk to each other.
Why?
Once they both got picked up and placed into custody, they're dead. They don't call each other.
That,
They don't talk to each other. She does not even talk to Andrew. She doesn't talk to anybody. She's cut
Why?
everybody
She was-
off.
Andrew. But why?
She does not contact any of them.
And
Even
how come?
though
Not
her
even
and
Andrew.
Andrew were engaged, she had to drop everything and leave everybody alone. Because I told her she needed to focus on herself and her children and not worry about anybody else. And that's exactly what everybody agreed from every side. Nobody is talking to anybody.
Did and Stephanie can answer this. Why? Where would we now? Brittany was charged as Erica's roommate. So, if Brittany was beating Erica, it's only because you're saying because her father gave the green light. Is that accurate?
We don't know what was going through their head to beat her, but they all got the green light. But I don't know what went through their heads.
But Brittany would stay with Josh and Liz at their apartment. Is that correct?
That is correct.
She would only go to my house.
Okay.
She would
For sex.
live with Liz and Josh, and the only time she would go to my house was to spend alone time with me and Andrew.
Okay. Other than that, she was mostly just at their apartment, not at your house.
Correct.
Okay. So Stephanie was unaware. You didn't realize. When was the last time you saw Erica? So if this happened on a Saturday night, when was the last time you remember seeing her?
It was probably like that week, like Tuesday or Wednesday of that week.
Okay. And how was she then? And how did she seem?
I know she was complaining that she wasn't feeling good. I know that she was complaining that I asked her like, what's wrong? She said, I'm not feeling good. I'm like, what do you mean you don't feel good? She's like, my stomach. And I told her, I was like, did you eat? She said no. I was like, why aren't you eating? She's like, because I'm making myself sick. I'm making myself throw up.
Did you know that she had broken bones?
Elizabeth admitted that she broke her wrist. Yes.
And also the police told Stephanie
That she has
some of the damage that was done to Erica. The cops told us that she had a crack in her skull that they tried to super glue back together.
broken wrist.
She had 2 broken wrists, stab wounds, and
Talk about.
burn marks around her neck.
Tell me about the glue. I did hear about that. What happened with that?
All I know is the cops, when we spoke to them, well, when Stephanie and me went to the police station, they questioned her and they asked her about what she knew. And that's when they was telling her that they had fingerprints around Erica's throat, that there was burn marks, that her head was split open, and they tried to super glue it, and that she had 2 broken wrists and a fractured spine and a broken jaw. Because so when we went and spoke to a lawyer or whatever, and he took on the case that I'm paying for,
Yup.
we went and looked into the case. We went back and met him about, I want to say about 5 days later. This week, we met him on Monday, and that's when he told us more of what the situation was.
Okay.
That she had
The
a
injuries.
fractured spine, burn marks, handprints. Her head was split open. They tried to super glue it. Like, these are things that we got told by her lawyer who took on her case.
Okay.
And by
And,
the police.
And by the police. And what about her weight? What have you heard about how light she was?
They told us that she only weighed 85 pounds.
Yeah. 85 pounds. And she was 5'9". Now, do you know, Jess and Stephanie, what was happening? What would someone do that would get this type of beating? Like, what was going on? What was Erica's crime?
Only thing I know is that Erica did admit that she wanted to fuck Joshua and have his babies, and Liz didn't like that, and Liz went after her.
Now, do you think was Brittany maybe somehow involved in this as well, or you think that Elizabeth may have been the strong arm?
She was the strong arm.
Okay. So do you
But
think?
I want to back up for something real quick. From the
Go
situation with Shane saying that me and Liz was jealous of Andrew trying to be with Erica, that's far from the truth. The truth is Liz was jealous of Erica because Erica wanted Joshua and Liz wanted Andrew. Liz wanted Andrew to leave me for her, and he wouldn't do that. And she got pissed off about it. And then when Erica started making comments saying that she wanted to have Josh's baby and fuck Joshua and how she fantasized about him, that's what set Liz off.
How do you think? How did Andrew play into this?
They just called. All I know is that they called my phone at 11:30 in the morning on Sunday, asking for Andrew's help, and I told him not to go. He went anyways, and he went over there. I don't know what happened from there because I wasn't around. I was home.
Do you think was Josh? Was he also involved in the beatings, or do you think it was mostly Brittany and Liz?
No, it was the mix of all of them. The mix of the three of them: Liz, Josh, and Brittany.
Now, Liz, Jess, you're helping your sister as far as with an attorney.
Yes, she is.
Okay. And Stephanie, that's pretty big, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty big. You definitely need an attorney.
So like I said, I'm going to continue to say it. I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to clear. This is the last thing I'm going to say because I have to attend to my children. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I do regret not reporting it, but at the same time, my life was threatened, and so was my children. And as a mom, my first instinct is to protect my children by any means necessary.
And do you want to reveal who was it that was threatening you and your children?
The same people that did whatever they did.
So, but I don't. All right, I mean it. I don't understand. All right, Liz is one thing, but the fact that, I mean, Brittany was your lover. So your lover was threatening you and your children if you went to the police? That doesn't make sense.
Elizabeth and Joshua were the main ones that threatened me.
And they threatened you. If you say anything and go to the police, we'll harm you and your children.
Yep, because I heard from other people that this is not the first time that Liz and Josh hit a body.
You know, that's interesting, Stephanie. What makes you say that?
Because there's been a lot of speculations on Facebook. People that know Josh and Liz from years say that this is not the first time that they did it. And even like Cheryl said on the live, this is not the first time that they've admitted that this is not the first time that they hit a body.
But that we don't know if in fact, do you know why did they pick that spot in Pawtucket?
Joshua's baby mothers were on Facebook saying it too, that she knows this is not Josh's first time hiding a body.
You know, but that's it's one thing for somebody to say that, but we have not heard. Do you think could that end up being more charges on them?
Honestly, I don't know, but like I said, and like my sister's trying to say is, she's, you know, she feels guilty for not saying nothing. She feels guilty as hell for it.
Yep.
But again, as a mom and as a woman, if somebody's threatening my cubs, I'm gonna become Mama Bear. The first thing, my first instinct is to make sure my cubs are good at all times. So I'm going to protect them and screw whatever happens to me, basically, because I want to make sure my kids are good. She has a 1-year-old child, an 8-year-old child. She had to do what she needed to do to protect them. And it's fucked up about the whole not reporting thing, but I understand her side. She wanted to protect the kids. Their lives were threatened. Their lives got threatened. So me, if I was in the same situation, which thankfully I'm not, I would have did the same thing. I would have kept quiet to protect my babies. They come first. I will take a bullet. I would take a bullet for both of my kids.
Right.
I would do everything and anything to protect my kids.
Here's the thing. Was Erica kept
my responsibility? They are
I get that. Was Erica? Yes, they are. Was Erica kept there against her will?
From what I know, Erica went there willingly.
I meant Stephanie. I wanted Stephanie to answer that.
Steph, come here. He has a question for you.
Yes. And as we're waiting, Kathy Mello, I put her up. Kathy Mello, I put you up and you didn't say anything.
She voluntarily went there.
She voluntarily went there.
Never kidnapped. She was never kidnapped, and I'm going to say that right now. She was never kidnapped. She voluntarily went there from the Da Vinci Center back in January.
Okay. During the wedding in August in their yard, was Erica at the wedding, or was Erica watching the wedding from a window?
Erica was upstairs, but we did send food upstairs to her
And how come she didn't come outside for the wedding?
because Liz didn't want her family to see the marks on her.
Because she had marks on her. Okay. And was Erica in a diaper?
There was a few times that she was, because she was having accidents on herself and she was ruining her clothes.
Okay. And would you basically, was this just like a party house for you? So you had your own house, but you'd go over there to hang out with them?
I wouldn't hang out there every day. I would hang out a couple times a week when I got out of work, but I wouldn't stay there no more than an hour. Hour max is what I used to stay there, and then I would go home.
Okay. But you're not related to them?
By blood, no, I am not related to none of them.
No. Okay. So you would just go there to hang out. So this was like a common gathering place where people would go. But Stephanie,
Yeah.
you would not go there. Like you were not there every night till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely not. The latest I ever stayed there was maybe like 8 o'clock, because my children were on a time limit, was on a sleep schedule.
Yep. Okay.
My daughter
All
needed
right.
to take her pill by 8:30.
So let me ask you, your attorney, does he basically think that you have a problem with the failure to report the death part? But it sounds like, according to your attorney, you're in the clear as far as any type of murder charge.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because
So
I
it's really
wasn't in
just-
the vehicle. And I'm going to say this. I was not in the vehicle when her body was moved out of the house. I was not at her house when she died. I was not nowhere near there when it happened. I was home the whole weekend because I was sick and under the weather, and my daughter was sick.
Yep. And
So I did not leave the house all weekend. My sister took my 8-year-old on Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning. We dropped her off to my sister, and Andrew dropped my daughter off to my sister at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was at home the whole day with both my other kids.
okay. And so it happened Saturday night. And then
I don't know
Did
when it happened. I don't know when it happened, but we're getting told that it happened 24 hours prior and all this. So I don't know exactly when.
well, she was found on the Monday morning. So do you think how long do you think Erica was in Pawtucket? How long was she there? Like, was it just overnight in the darkness, or could she have been there?
I don't know. I
You don't
honestly
know.
don't know when I don't know when she passed. All I know is that somebody's saying 24 hours, somebody's saying it happened Sunday morning. There's been too many different stories of when it happened. But only thing I know
Okay.
is, like I said, I got a phone call on Sunday morning at 11:30, and that's the last time I knew anything that happened.
Yep. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Jess, thank you for contacting me. And
And like I
we're
said,
going to stay.
I
Go ahead.
I do regret it. Don't get me wrong, and I'm going to say this out there, and I will put myself out there. I regret the decisions I made, but at the same time, I had to protect my children.
Okay. All right. We're going to say goodnight. Thank you to
Good night.
Jess, and that was Stephanie. Okay. Thank you, guys. All right. Now, folks, that's a lot, obviously. I know we have, and we'll use this time now for those that, if a number of people had a link, I'm not sure why some people weren't talking, but if people want to come on. Now, I also want to take exception with something, folks. And, you're not going to get this content anywhere else. I know I saw Kathy Mello. I put her up. She wasn't saying anything. If Jane wants to come back, if Mike wants to come on, they're not on to come on and defend himself. That's Erica's dad. But I want to just push back on this Jerry Springer thing. Let me just say this, folks. Jerry Springer never covered a homicide. Okay. So listen, the crowd is the crowd. So I really take exception to that. a lot of the people that are involved with some of these cases, they're not fucking Boy Scouts. Okay? So lose the fucking Jerry Springer stuff. I mean, I have a lot of patience. But Jerry Springer, do you understand this is a homicide investigation? So anyone that's putting the Jerry Springer stuff, listen, Kendra, I sent you the link, Kendra. You can't, do you want to hear real or not? So if I see, again, I mean, it's not even freedom of speech. Like, that's not even a fair comparison. These are the people. They're being real. Kendra, I sent you a link. I believe I did. They're being real. So I don't know. Again, that whole notion, that show, they didn't, I'll send it, Kendra. No, I did send it to you. Kendra, I sent you the link. They're not, this is the last time I'm going to say it. He didn't cover homicides. He didn't cover homicides. So fucking lose that. Yes, I know. All right. Now, we had a number of people coming on. And I'll admit, I know we're a little bit new. If somebody wants to come on and make a comment, I'll allow you to come on. We had a number of people that wanted to jump on. I don't understand when I put them on, then they don't say anything. So, you know, as we would say, you have an open line here. I mean, Mike Dion, I've seen you in the chat. I've seen you say, you know, Erica's dad. I had no idea exactly what they were going to say. And I did send the link to Jane, who was good, but I don't want to then get it. Like, I know when we can, like, keep it. I'll even send it to Angelina, and I'm not exactly sure what she wanted to tell us. So now I'd like to keep it going. They're afraid to say too much. They can say, but thank you, Susie. Really resent that. Really resent that. I mean, I can't control that. Right? So we go by. I also saw Joanne. We put her up 3 times. Joanne Smith. She wouldn't say anything. I don't understand that. I don't understand a lot. We had, unless did they just want to talk to them? I mean, I'm really not getting, we are new trying this, not getting a lot of guidance. Let's see, it's 8:15. I'll give it 2 minutes. I'm not sure. I did put the link for the subscribers. Kendra has one. I sent one to Cheryl Miller. We talked to Cheryl last night. So I'm not exactly sure what. Now, I also, listen, I'm not. Thank you, Amy Lee. The stuff of people that she was yelling, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. I get the feeling that that's how they talk. Like, people, tell her to stop. You're like, shut the fuck up. If she's yelling and wants to yell, then just let her yell. Some of the feedback is like brutal. All right. So now Kendra's saying she's at work and cannot. Let me just check. At least I'll say them that they don't back down. I'll give them that. All right. I don't want to go back on. All right. Well, then, and that's entirely, Cheryl was good enough to come on the other night. Kendra's at work and cannot. If there is one of the, I know, thank you, Linda. If one of the subscribers, I put the link on the subscriber page. I know a number of people were coming on early, but that's before, you know, we had the sisters. So, but just like some of the stuff of like, yeah, she was yelling. Yeah, she was. Oh, really? I couldn't tell. So, yeah, she was. I don't know what to tell you. I have a feeling they yell a lot. I'll say one thing about the sisters. Boy, they're tough. Yes, I get that, but They also hang out at Kennedy Plaza. That's right, Tommy. No. You know, I want to be very clear with the Mike Dion. I'm putting it out there. See, here's the thing, folks. So if he just wants to come in the chat, he is obviously free to do that. If he wants to say anything, or maybe I think the his wife, Erica's stepmom, I think that is Chris. I think that's Crystal. I thought I saw her earlier. Right now, I mean, I'm gonna give you the floor, and I give you an opportunity. I mean, I'll just. I mean, obviously, like I was uncomfortable with things they were saying. You know, this whole thing of, you know, I think it's interesting that they're basically saying what I kind of predicted, because all these people saying they're going to jail and so forth. I mean, that's Erica. And I think that's the back of Stephanie's TikTok. I think so. So now, again, if there were people, I want to just explain, like Kathy Mello, she was there. I put her on, and she would. Okay, here's Jane. All right, and there's Jane.
Hello.
Hi, Jane. Okay. All right. Give me your thoughts on the whole thing.
I think that it's just a bunch of people trying to cover each other's tracks, to be honest. I think that they
Well, it's
all
a
had.
pretty key person involved. But go ahead.
I'm sorry, what happened?
I'm saying it's one of the main players. It's one of the six.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, I do believe that she told him to stay home and not go be part of it. And she was saying, "Oh, I'm trying to protect my children. I want to protect my children," but yet was there every day and yet was still friends with everybody. Why not just separate yourself
Yeah.
from the mix in general? Like, I'm a true believer, if you see something, say something.
Right.
And
Like with
everybody
that hang up,
was
you know?
right, and everybody was seeing it, and
Right.
nobody was saying nothing. But then everybody's, "Oh, we was calling the police station and the police station wasn't doing anything." Well, first of all, we all have rights as human beings. The police isn't going to kick down your door for a wellness check. If you guys was all concerned about Erica that deeply,
Right.
then maybe you guys should have sat and either seen her outside when she was digging in the trash and took a picture of her and was like, listen, this is the girl downstairs. She's 82 pounds, 85 pounds. She's being neglected down there. I believe that you guys should do a further investigation for her health and for her mental well-being, because it's not going to go good from here. And we hear her crying, we hear her screaming every day, and they're keeping her here and they're keeping her here and they're doing this and they're doing that. So can somebody please save this girl somehow?
Jane, you know what's amazing? What do you make of the whole thing of, this accusation? And that's what it is. It's an accusation that the father gave the green light. Listen, she's difficult. You do whatever you have to do to keep her in line. What do you make of that?
I don't believe that happened at all. To
You
be
don't.
honest, no matter
Okay.
what happens between father and daughter or daughter and mother, regardless, you are still my child. We may not see eye to
Yes.
eye, we may not get along at the moment, but I will never want to see you dead. I have two children of my own. I cannot imagine me giving the green light to allow other people to even put their hands on my kid. No, I don't care
Yep.
how old my child is. I don't care what the situation is. I gave that person life. It doesn't matter, like it wasn't okay for him to say, "Oh, Liz, go beat my daughter because she called me and said she wanted nothing to do with me."
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to make of that. I don't understand, Jane, this whole business of, I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, granted, we go by Kennedy Plaza when we're covering crime, but that's real street life. That, do you notice as soon as she's out on bail, the first thing they do is the
She goes
back hanging
straight to
around Kennedy
Kennedy
Plaza.
Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like she wants a line to put up her nose or something. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
No sense at
I
all.
don't.
It's like you want to protect your children.
You'd think you'd want to. Yeah, I have heard that. Um, Her father was a stranger for a long time. Not everybody has a perfect home life. Not everyone has a perfect situation. Now, Jane, how old are your children, if you don't mind me asking? I think I see Jane, but we can't hear Jane. Jane may have hit a button and muted herself. I did not mute her. So I don't know why we can't hear. That would be mute. That's unmute. Jane, you were doing so well. I don't know. Doesn't have a car. You kind of have to go through. Oh, Kennedy Plaza. I get the feeling they just drive down there. Jane is someone. I'm not sure what happened, Jane. Jane is just one of our followers, and she wanted to come on, and so I let her put her on. I decided, yeah, we'll let her on. We're trying to have more interaction. We did lose her. Jane, reconnect. Jane, is that you? There you are.
Hello?
Okay. Now I can hear you. Oh, she's gone. Listen, we try different things. We definitely, we're experimenting. If Jane comes back, all right, there she is.
I have no
So, all
idea what
right.
happened. I have
I
zero idea
know,
what
but
happened.
go right ahead. Now, Jane, that's all right. Tell us now. How old are your children, if you don't mind me asking?
My children are 5 and 3 months.
Okay, 3 months. All right. So
Yeah.
and people are asking who you are. You're just someone you've been following the story, and this seems
Mm,
interesting to you, and you want to weigh
yes.
in on it, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, anything else stick out in your mind of, I mean, that's for those that are watching. I mean, the person we had on, that's Stephanie, the bottom row. That's Brittany next to her. So they were lovers. There was the love triangle. So Andrew was having sex with Stephanie, who would have sex with Brittany, and then they're claiming that I think I
Erica
think
was
he was
fantasizing about him or something like
about
that.
have no, that was with Josh of having
Oh,
Josh's
with
kids,
Josh.
and
Okay.
they're trying to claim that that could have been the motive. Anything else, Jane, stick out in your mind?
Well, also stick out was like when this first aired, it was like, oh, you know, they should all be charged with murder. They should all be charged with this. They should all be charged with that. Basically, like everybody has their opinion of what happened. We are all outsiders looking in. We wasn't exactly there when it happened, but how does anybody expect for the police to do an investigation and charge somebody with the real charges of what they need to if the public is all hearsaying and mixing up the story and doing this and doing that? It's like the police need to do their job.
Right, and
It's
they
like,
are, and they're
and it
trying. But
can't
as
be
I
done overnight. Like everybody wants it to
no,
be done overnight. No, you
yep,
like you've been saying since this aired, the police need to have the motive and know what
yes,
happened for them to
yes.
charge somebody.
Now we just
Okay,
heard
we know
Jane.
Erica. We know Erica was dead. We know it led back
Yep.
to the house. We know she was dumped. We know that she was beaten. You know what I'm saying? This is all evidence that is known. Now we need to know, why did they do this? What was the cause? How deep did they think about doing this? And did it happen in that house? Yes, we know that she was at that house, but did
Yep.
she die in the house? Is that house a crime scene? You know what I'm saying? Like they can't just drop everything they're doing and care about this one topic. Yes, it's hard and it's not fair
Well,
what happened to her,
we did
but they
learn a
also
lot.
have a job. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we did. I'll tell you, Jane, what we learned a lot, and I don't know if everybody picked up on it, but when we heard, that's the most detail we've heard about Erica, the condition of her body. That's the first time we've heard that basically they fractured her spine. Now, that sounds like something, that someone used like a baseball bat,
A
because that's
baseball
not
bat
a
and
common
hit
thing.
her for
Tonight was
sure.
the first time I had heard of and hit her. Yep. Now tonight was also confirmed, and I had heard this, Jane, that they fractured her skull and they were trying to use glue to glue her head back.
Which is
So, and
stupid.
then
Like,
early on, she didn't. Of course, no, you don't do that. I mean, what is this? But notice they didn't want to bring her to a hospital. There was also, now remember, we had the neighbor that said she thought she could see Erica watching the wedding from the window, but
yep,
now
and they
we know
just confirmed
why.
that. Yeah,
They
because she had
confirmed
the
that
bruises
because
and
she had the bruises and the marks.
right.
So the damage done to her body, with like Liz broke her wrist when Erica allegedly claimed she fantasized of having a child with Josh.
Hmm.
That was new. But the basic, you know what else, Jane? If you've been following the story, now I was saying my sources told me that she was basically around 80, 85 pounds, and she confirmed that tonight.
Tonight, yep.
So, yep.
But
So, like,
I'm
just so I want you to understand, when I'm dealing with certain people and they tell me something, then I'm looking for ways to try to confirm that information.
confirm it for
She
sure.
she confirmed a lot of which what I've been reporting and I had talked about.
Hmm.
No, go ahead, Jane.
And it's like you were saying in the beginning, like the second day, I think your second video, you were saying like she had disabilities and stuff like that. So that could also weigh in as to her not knowing right from wrong. Like
Yes.
maybe Erica was just looking for somebody to be her friend. And although they was
Yes.
beating her, she didn't know because she was mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? Like she okay, yeah, they're my friend, but maybe they're hitting me with a bat because they want what's best for me. But in their eyes they wasn't doing that. In their eyes they was hitting her to teach her a lesson, but maybe in Erica's
Right.
eyes it was, oh, they're doing this because they're trying to care for me somehow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because for all we know,
Here's what
Erica was
I've
beat
learned
as a
about
child,
Erica,
and
Jane.
that's just all she knows.
She lived with a very loving family after she had lived with the near her grandmother. But I know that Erica was very immature. From what I've learned, she was, although she may have been 21, she almost had the mentality of like a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So this is what I've learned from really strong sources, Gene. So she turns 21 and she doesn't, maybe she's not the most responsible person, but she realizes, hey, there are guys, young guys, that will give me money if I will, be intimate with them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going on. And when you get down that path, that's not a good road. So, then you're hanging around with people that will pay for that. And you heard and I did hear that she was by the Da Vinci Center. The Da Vinci Center in Providence, that's off a branch, and there's a homeless encampment. And I heard she had been there. But so, I mean, there are some girls when they turn 20, 21, and they don't really want to work, but they need money.
Oh yeah,
They,
I understand.
they,
Yeah.
yep, sometimes they work at a strip joint, or maybe they start turning tricks, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're with people that almost view you as currency as opposed to value you as a person.
As a
But
human being, yeah,
that's right.
for sure.
So, but that was right. So, but I want to be clear. She wasn't necessarily, when I say, I mean, there are adults that have special needs. She wasn't, if you met her, obviously, like she could be fun with people, but she was just very immature, and her mentality was more of that of like a 12 or 13-year-old. Now, you know what's also interesting, Jane? If you covered the story that we covered with Kylie in Rehoboth, she was kind of the same type of thing. She was 18, but she had,
She was
you
just
know, the
mentally delayed. Yeah.
she was the maturity of like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
So there's a problem when with our society, Jane, right? They say Kylie's 18. She's an adult. She can make decisions of herself. Erica was 24. She can make decisions on her own. But the problem is you have people that are preying on someone, taking advantage of someone
Because they
who,
know if your brain is working correctly, that you're not going to fall for the things that they're trying to lay on you. If
yes,
you're mentally delayed, they could try to coach you and try to like push you more than somebody who like me or somebody like you will push and pull back like, no, I know this is wrong, I'm not doing
yeah,
that. No, I'm not gonna participate in that because that's not right.
right,
Which I
right.
feel like everybody who has something to do with this situation, not to sound rude or anything, has to be mentally delayed. Because how does anybody, regardless, okay, my children, let's say I'm in the situation, they
Yeah.
say, we're going to hide this body, Jane. If you say anything, I'm coming after you and your children. Okay, say no more. But you guys left
Right.
me alone. I
Yes.
have time to go to the police to stop you from dumping the body so you get caught with the body. So there's no reason for you to even be bailed out if you have the body on you. Now I
What
know
do you
me and my children are safe because you got caught with the body in your trunk.
what do you make of them saying that this is not the first time that they
Hit
hit
a
a body?
body.
Yeah.
Honestly, that blew me. My whole top fell off because if you know that this isn't the first time that they hit a body, why is nobody doing anything about anything?
However,
Why?
here's some I'll answer that actually. And by the way, Mike Edward Dion, I sent you a link, Mike. I sent you the
Yes,
link,
Mike,
Mike.
join, Mike. We
Mike
need to
can
hear your side
join.
of the
You can
story.
hear Jane.
Come on,
So,
join.
yes, he can join. But here's the thing. So, a lot of people, Jane, and this happens a lot with the drug crowd, and that is many times somebody overdoses. And number one, the people are not thinking clearly. Number one. Number two, they could have problems with the law. They could have outstanding warrants. They don't want to let police and first responders into where they live. So sometimes that does happen. So when they say that's not the first time they got rid of a body, I'm not doubting that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was it doesn't mean it was a murder. It doesn't mean it was a
Right,
homicide,
right. It just means
right?
that they was trying to cover some type of track or trying
Yeah,
to just,
yeah. You can tell. I mean, the judgment with some of these individuals is not. It's
all
not
there.
like right. It's not Jane. It's not like they've been going along and this is the first poor decision they've made. It's a pretty steady pattern. So Mike Dion, I sent you the link. It's entirely up
Yes,
to him.
Mike, join. Come
I
on, join,
know.
Mike.
So,
I'm just
well,
like I said, I'm an outsider looking in, and
yes,
I've been
you have a good
tuning in from the
perspective, though.
beginning because this is very
Yes,
close to home, literally. The next street over is where all this happened. And I have, like I said, two children of my own, and I just can't sit right with knowing that there's these type of people in the world. And what happens if my one of my kids fall into hands of people like this? I would want somebody to do
do
something.
something, say
I would want
something.
somebody to
Right.
say something. I don't care what it is. I don't
Yes,
care if you write a note and go drop it off at the police station. I don't care if you tell
right.
a little kid walking down the street from school, listen, this is what's going on. Please bring the police here, but don't say that I said something. You know what I'm saying? Like anything could
Yes,
have helped Erica. The littlest thing, putting
yeah,
her in your back seat and driving her to the emergency room while her head was busted could have saved her life.
yes.
She could have
Oh, God.
anything could have saved Erica. And everybody's, oh, we tried. And like you said, why didn't nobody put a missing persons report out or something so that the police could have done more? But
Right.
everybody's mad at CFPD. CFPD can only do
Well,
so
they should
much.
not be. Yeah. No, I mean, they're dealing with a lot, but well, Jane, thank you. Listen,
Thank
nice to chat
you.
with you. Thank you for joining in. All right, now I want to just put out. Mike has the link. I sent it to Mike through Messenger. we're going to do a countdown. Unless somebody else, I know we had Bill on earlier, but Mike, I'm not going to quiz you. I'm not going to grill you. I just want to give you a platform to speak. We will just listen. So Mike has been in the chat. I did send him the link. All we would do is listen, Mike. And I did see on your Facebook page, he has the picture of Erica. So I believe he was there that night. And by the way, Mike, we don't have to see you. You can just do audio. Like you could see with Jane, we didn't see her. With Jess, we didn't see her, so it's just audio. So because we were just, why didn't we ask the who questions when she was online? We asked a lot of questions. I can only listen. I'm going to give it what the countdown is on. Listen, if he doesn't want to, I can't force people. I can't. I can only offer. He's been in the chat. He was putting a lot of comments. Not true. That didn't happen. Nope. He could just be audio. It could just be audio. And I want to once again reaffirm to Mike. I did see you, Bill. Sorry about that. We'll get better at it. It's the first time we're trying. Or Crystal Smith. Crystal gave an interview to Channel 10 outside the Central Falls Police Station. So I want to be very clear. I'm not going to grill. I'm really just trying to give them a platform if they want to say something. So now let me also just explain. So Stephanie was on with Jess, her sister, and I could have what? Started also yelling. I did not. And I could have been, if I wanted to, I could have been more aggressive, but we also wanted to listen to what she had to say that I thought was more important. So now for those, again, folks, if you like this type of, hey, you don't get this content anywhere else. Can't wait to hear the people that are saying, I just checked the Providence Journal website and I didn't see anything on it. Again, I don't know what it's like. No, that's all right, Bill. We're going to do this more often. People will get better at it. Are they going to release the autopsy report? I'll answer that. I'll answer some questions. Okay. We'll go through some questions. And I know this because I've covered 25 trials. Will know about that? The answer is no. The answer is no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they could go to, thank you, Tracy. It could go to a grand jury. Thank you, Colleen. And it's not easy, folks. It's not easy. Thank you, Colleen. I agree. I don't know of anyone that is saying that. But you don't do that in a human. Well, I was unaware that anyone was intimating that. Here's the answer. They don't release the autopsy because if they don't want someone doing what they call backfill. Thank you, Janet Dwyer. Backfill. What do I mean by that? That means, let's say she had a broken foot and they say, did you ever see her injured? Now, if they know, the autopsy says she had a broken foot, then they, someone could say, I know one time she tripped and she may have broken her foot. So the answer is no, not until there's going to be charges. And we, by the way, as I've been saying, I know people think all of them are getting charged, but as I've told you, this is a tough case, and you have a lot of different. Thank you, Raven. So I appreciate that. Let me just, if I wanted to, I've done that in the past. I had situations I get very heated with people, and they hang up, and there's the end of that. So we don't want to do that, right? We want to keep them on. So we let them talk is what we do. So, and I'm pretty happy with that. All right. I for whatever reason, he or Crystal, thank you, Jane Rice, one of our star senders tonight. He's grieving his daughter. Okay. He's heard that though. Brianna. Thank you, Tommy Bryant. Tommy was going to be one of the first ones on. I know. Jonathan Barrett almost missed it. And thank you, Doris. Okay. Not as many star senders tonight as I thought. And we don't have any gifts from YouTube, which I'm very surprised at. Just because that's not entirely true. I don't know about that. Could her sister be charged at some point? No. Oh, possibly. I'll go through that. It could be if someone had information that was different than what, that they're saying. Well, Amy is hitting on it. And maybe it's possible, maybe that, their admitter was saying that the father was saying, basically, here's what they're saying. And you heard a little bit of the defense tonight, which is that the father's basically saying, if she gets out of line a little bit, you have my permission to get her in line. I know. I've heard that accusation. I have heard that, but we none of that. I haven't seen anything proven on that. Anything proven. Here's what we know, though. Yes. Oh, good. Thank you, Nancy. First time, enjoyed it. Thank you. Listen, it's not. I'll say this: not everybody has a home to go home to. Not everyone has. Why didn't someone just go home? Yes, yes, they do, Chris. Well, here's a question. I like this. I'll answer this with a question. Do the police really watch and listen to all this? Let me ask you, Chris. If you were a member of law enforcement and you're working this case, would you monitor? I'm anxious to see are they charged with their homicide? They are not. They are charged with not reporting a death and moving a body. So, yes. Yes. Yep. Now, we don't know. This take, a little while. So, there could be someone cooperating. I think it's interesting that none of them are hanging out, apparently, together. I find that interesting. That for whatever reason, even the love triangle, you heard Stephanie say that she's no longer with Andrew. There they are. Happier times. Brittany was off to the side. I think it's interesting so that's Stephanie in the dress to the right. That's Liz Josh. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So we're learning. So that's actually not. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So when we're seeing. I get that. Use this link. When we're seeing Mike, it might not necessarily be Mike. It could be someone with Mike. Oh, okay. Let me send this. Okay. I'll wait to see. Here's the link. All right, I'm sending the link right now. So, okay. Do you think they're allowed to hang out during the investigation? Maybe not. That's a very, very good point. Sister said they were engaged. Yes, I know. Well, maybe they're taking a breather, taking a little break. That was interesting when we were hearing of everyone that was involved with everyone. All right. I think we are going to hear. That's quite a crew. It is. Hey, listen. This is different. You're not going to get this on Channel 10. Stephanie did say they're not. How about we know? I think this is, this is how you know the night's a success is because Christopher Coughlin knows the relationship right now of Stephanie and Andrew. So on the screen, that's Stephanie to the far right and Andrew to the far right. That's right, Christina. Well, I don't know. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. Here we go.
We're down to Picho now, so hold on a minute.
Yes. Oh, there's
John Trapito,
I
can you hear
recognize
us?
you, Crystal.
How are
I
you?
can hear you great, Crystal. Go right ahead. I'm okay. So it's Mike and
I'm
Crystal.
speaking on behalf of Mike Dion, and I'm his fiance.
That's fine.
So yeah, it's lovely
Okay.
to meet you. No, it's just we've been hearing a lot in the comments about everything about Erica. Like I said, she was a bright and beautiful girl. She will be missed deeply. Mike has never touched his daughter, not in a million trillion years. Never. He's never done that to her. That is the most sincere thing I could say for my fiance. He loved her
Yep.
desperately and dearly.
Never put a green light.
He never put a green light on her. I don't know where these messages are coming from. Everything out of that girl's mouth is just a lie. He would never. His mother
Wow.
loved him to death. His mother loved Erica. She was always there for her. She was bright and beautiful. I don't know why anybody would treat her like this or treat us like this. How can you badmouth someone? I don't know why my business is all spread out there like that. Never. I would never do that. Mike is right here with me. He would love to go
Yep.
on the live, but
I can't
he's
right now.
he's
That's
scared.
all right.
But
That's all right. You're doing fine, Crystal. Now, Crystal, do you know those two that were just on, Jess and Stephanie?
I know them very well. I've heard of
Okay.
Jessica and Stephanie. They were at my church not too long ago, talking about how she said she was protecting her kids and everything
can
else
respect
like
that.
that. We respect that. Out of respect for her, yes, we do respect that. There's not a day in
But
my mind I would never disrespect her. So
would you?
no. Go ahead.
Okay. Would you and Mike? Would you see them this past summer down at KP at Kennedy Plaza?
No, we don't really engage with them that much. We're not really around them. We just stay to ourselves. We have
Okay.
other friends and family members we talk to, so we're not really around her a lot. So, we just be by ourselves. We're not sociable people, but we do love family and friends. So we are caring and loving.
Okay. Well, you're a very nice fiance, Crystal, and you handled yourself
Thank
very
you.
well on Channel 10. Now,
Thank
what do you
you.
got? What do you make though of what do you make of these accusations about the green light that Mike gave them the green light? Hey, listen, if you need to get her in line, you have my permission to slap around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I understand she was a difficult child. Yes,
I would never put a
he
green
would
light.
never put a green light on her.
I won't
He
hit her.
wouldn't even hit her. She was
Hmm.
like I said, she was very respectful with her father. I don't know how anyone could say these accusations. It's very unclear to me how they would put that on him.
Why'd you tell me?
You know?
Also, it's Liz that put no
It
contact.
was Liz that put a no contact order against Mike and his daughter because she never put one on him before, and it was like she wanted him to stay away from her. Like they weren't in contact with Liz. He would never call her.
Nope.
He would never talk to her. We don't socialize with those
I don't
people.
like-
Not after even what I've heard. I went to school with Liz Duran, so I know how she is. I didn't think she would go that far to really be with Mike's daughter like
Hmm.
this. I miss Erica dearly. She is a very nice person. I got to know her a few times.
And tell
So-
him that Liz ain't touching me.
Liz threatened Mike a couple of times
that-
too, that he was going to die, and I thought that was very disrespectful
Oh,
on behalf of
wow.
him. Yes,
did she,
yes, very.
did Liz
Yes.
put the green light? Did Liz put the green light on Mike?
Yes, she did several times and said that you are next if you
Wow.
ever help your daughter out in a situation that she was safe. She was not safe.
She was not.
She was never safe in that house.
Why don't you tell also?
Never.
Why don't you tell
Mm.
also just fucked her while she was dead?
Plus, being as they had sex with her, it's so disgusting. I can't even imagine how the horror she went through in that house. I would be
E-
just appalled. I would.
Did I
would
hear
be
that
appalled.
correctly? Did I hear that correctly that they were even having sex with her when she was dead? Is that
Yes, yes, she did.
that's
That was
true?
her father that said that. Yes, that is. I'm beyond even scared for my own life with all these guys being out. You know, I'm scared because me and Mike don't need this torture from any of them. You know, I want to be safe and live my life the way I know that me and my fiance can live it. You know, I want to be safe, not be scared to leave
I-
the house every
I'm
day.
not scared
Can
to
I?
leave the house.
I go to a church, you
Right.
know?
No, you don't want to be that. Right. No, church is good.
No.
Crystal, I'm just curious. How do you
Yes.
guys know that? Was that like told that like that's pretty specific to know. So was that
Yes.
did someone witness that or was someone witness that?
I
Okay.
think someone had
And
witnessed
do you
that.
have
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Um
It
do you
was
do you think
witnessed,
was
I believe.
go ahead. It was.
It was
Do you
witnessed.
do you have an idea on okay.
I couldn't hear you.
Do you have an
It
idea
keeps
on
cutting
a
out.
motive of on motive? Do you have any idea like why were they beating her so much?
I have no idea, to tell you the truth. I really don't. I don't even know why they would be that horrible. I mean,
She has
Erica had bipolar.
real bad.
She had ADHD.
Yep.
She was very slow. Yes, I do know that because her father told me a lot about her when she was alive. Yeah. So I like I said, I got to meet her a couple of times. So she was nice to me.
No,
Yep.
she messed up.
She was very nice.
Well, you were going to be your
So
stepmother. So,
yeah, yes,
people
I
are
was.
wondering where are you registered? Are you guys registered anywhere yet for wedding gifts?
No, not right at the moment. We're planning our wedding next year, hopefully. So
Okay.
we're thinking of that. But like I said, Erica would
Yep.
have been in our wedding if we had it planned, definitely. But like I said, I
Okay.
will miss her. I will miss her desperately and deeply. And every one of my family and
Yeah.
friends know that this was a horrible nightmare. I can't even believe it to be true. So, you know, her father and I always will remember Erica and the best times we had with her. Her
Yep.
grandmother really will miss her, and that's Mike's mother, Linda. She will miss her very much.
L- Let me ask you
It's
this
so
because
sad to tell
what
her
would
that.
you and Mike what would you like to see happen here? What should happen to those 6 people?
Justice.
Justin.
That's
Right.
exactly what would be justice. Rot in jail for what you've done. I believe that would be best
Not
for that.
not so much Stephanie.
All
Not
6.
so much, not really much Stephanie, because she did tell
Okay.
In the same boat as I was.
a little bit of the boat that we,
That
her
was
fa- that Mike was in. So
Okay. Okay.
not so much her. I mean, she did speak her truth and her story at Mathewson. She was open and honest with us. So
Okay.
yeah, she is one that I will say she did a very good job coming forward with. So yeah,
Okay.
she will be very
Now what
appreciative
about
to us.
Josh? Should he be charged for sex with the dead?
I let him rot in
Okay.
hell.
Kind of,
Should
yeah.
Josh
I
face
would
charges
say
for sex with someone deceased?
Yes.
he should be, yeah. I mean, if they find out that he was, or she was sexualized
No,
in that way,
was it just him or were he also doing that?
I have no idea really of what I've been hearing for the past couple of days or a week.
Yep.
I've heard numerous people
That would
did
be
it.
additional charge.
Yes, I've heard several people did it, but I'm not sure who they were.
Well, I hope she rots in hell.
Let me ask you
But-
this, Mike and Crystal. Let me ask you this: what
I couldn't really hear you.
you tell us? What is your understanding? What is your understanding of what happened? What have the police told you? What happened here in this situation? Just now, again, there's still a lot we don't know, but I'm just curious. Like right now, when you and Mike sit and you talk,
Hmm.
you must have an idea and a vision of what happened. You take us inside that, and I'm talking about the lead up to that. What happened?
I didn't really hear what really happened, but what I've been told is like what had happened that night into when they dumped her body into a ditch. And I didn't know nothing about it till everybody
Yeah,
came
that's what
forward.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. One song.
but
I knew she was dead.
um,
What song?
What?
Elvis played "Don't Cry, Daddy."
"Don't Cry Daddy" by Elvis Presley was
I knew she.
one of the songs I guess Mike was playing when he found out that Erica was
Wow.
gone. Yeah, that was the song he
Okay.
played for her when she was
Now,
alive. Yeah.
do you think it happened that Saturday night?
I think so.
I think it
Like, what do
did
you guys tell
because
us? When did this? A
well,
Saturday
we got
night.
the
Okay.
phone call. I think Saturday night we had got the phone call. Yeah, and then he got the
What was the
song
phone
he was
call?
playing. The phone call was about
Someone told me that they called you.
they called me. I think
And
they
I had
did.
Elvis song on.
Yeah, and they said something happened to Erica,
That's when I knew.
and I was like, "What happened to Erica?" And they're like, "Oh, she died or something, or
Killed.
she got killed." And I was like, "What? Where did you get this?" And they're like, they were all coming forward and asking me these questions. Like, I said, "What happened? What did they do? Who was it?" I was furious. I was like, who did this to her? I was really upset about it. And that's when they told me they had a picture of the 6 people that had done it. And the police wouldn't tell me really much either.
Like I said,
I protested in front of CF one day, and I
Yes,
told them
I
that
saw that.
I wanted justice for Erica.
I'll tell her so I didn't think it was.
And
Yep.
they said to me, they said, "Oh, well, yeah, you could do what you got to do to protest for her." And they loved it.
Yep.
They were so happy that I stood up and spoke on her behalf.
I thought it was.
So I just want to go through the map here. So, do you think it happened like the Saturday night of like, so the 25th is a Saturday night, and I believe they found her the Monday the 27th.
Yes,
So
October
do you think that's what it
27th.
was?
I
Okay.
think so,
So
yeah, because it was
you
before
think that
Halloween.
okay, and you think it was before Halloween, and you think it
Yes.
so it happened that Saturday night, and do you have any idea of when they may have brought her to
Not
brought
offhand,
her
no.
to Pawtucket and
I
left her there?
I
No.
heard that they put her in
Okay.
a car in a trunk and they dumped her on the side of the road in a ditch. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
A lot of people came forward with that information. Yeah.
I heard this.
Yes, I did too, but
Yeah,
I didn't know
I've heard the
exactly
same
which
thing.
place it was. So
Yep.
yeah.
Now, do you know we had Cheryl on the other night? Do you know Cheryl?
Yes, I do. I know Cheryl.
Okay. All right.
heard that they put
her in a car
in a trunk and they dumped her on the side of the road in it.
No. Cheryl, you gotta turn down. See how we can hear the delay. So is Crystal, I don't want to offend you, and is Cheryl, are you, what is your relationship like with Cheryl? You seem like
I
you're
know
friendly to
her.
everybody.
Yeah, I know her through
Ronnie.
Ronnie and all them, Ronnie Bearable and all them. They're friends of mine,
Okay.
so I know her through her.
Okay.
Through
Cheryl, are
him.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just tired
Cheryl?
of seeing the negative comments.
All right, talk.
I'm just tired of hearing seeing the negative comments that I couldn't save her when I tried. I kept calling, and when I moved out, I even tried to call.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Cheryl, do you want to say
Yes.
hi to
Yes, I
Crystal?
can hear you, Cheryl.
Okay.
We can hear you fine, but you got to turn down the way you're listening. You got to turn that down because you're on delay. You got to listen and talk to us. So, Cheryl, you're tired of the comments saying that you could have done something. Cheryl, what do you want to say to Mike
Yeah.
and Crystal?
Try that.
I can hardly hear her.
I know.
Liz and Josh showed up where I was living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, right.
And
Was that
they tried to
last
come
night?
after me. Yes. We had to call the cops. And nobody believes that they were
And
going to come after us. And they did.
Yep.
Because I talked.
you and Joanne.
And I'm very sorry for your daughter. And I tried to help. I tried to contact you.
I know you
But at the
did, Cheryl.
time,
It's okay.
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, I know. It's not your fault, Cheryl.
It really,
You reached out to her. You tried to help
I
her.
want her to unblock me.
It's okay.
but people on here are trying to hate
it not
on me
Cheryl?
when, yeah, I told my story to the cops and to on here. But
I
it's
know you did.
hard.
I heard. I know. I know. I've been making sure that you said your piece and everything, and you spoke out, and we appreciate that. You know that. We thank you for that.
Tell her to unblock me. Or send me a friend request.
All right.
Did she
Cheryl,
get off?
unblock Mike.
I don't
She
know
did.
if she
She
did.
we did not, but yeah, but they did.
Okay.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
Crystal, this has
She's
been a
scared.
lot. Yeah, she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm glad we made contact. Okay.
Mhm.
This case, we're still, do you have any idea when charges may be brought? Are the police telling you anything? Or are you guys meeting with
Not
police
at
for
the
updates? Or
moment.
just,
going to court the 26th
They're
No.
going to court the
Okay.
26th
of
of
January.
January, which is 2026 as of next year.
Yeah,
So
that's a long
I
time.
will be at that court date. I will be there for justice
Yeah.
for Erica. And her father and I will
Yeah.
both be present at that courthouse. But yeah,
Okay.
Well,
Also make the
Well,
application.
there could
we
be charges
also
before
will-
that.
yes, and they're doing
Yeah.
everything they can right now with her autopsy report. We're supposed to get it very soon, as of next week. So I will,
Okay.
if I have to speak again, I will, if that's
Good.
okay with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
but
definitely.
the autopsy report will be determined what her cause of death really was, and we'll find out more when we get the autopsy report from the medical examiners.
Yeah.
But I will
Yep.
speak out again if I have to.
Okay. All
But
right.
if anybody else wants
All
to
right.
come forward, they can.
Good. All
But
right.
her father
Crystal,
and I
thank
will.
you. Thank you very
really-
much for taking.
You're welcome. It was nice
Thank you
to
for
reach out.
Thank you for taking the time tonight. Yes. And
You're
we'll talk
welcome.
again, okay?
Yes.
All right. Folks, there they are. Mike and Crystal. Quite the Friday night. Quite the Friday night. Yep. I don't know. It's a lot to take in. All right. I want to thank Robin, our moderator. It was not easy. I want to thank everyone. Thank our star senders. So we're going to continue to follow the story. That was big. We, in speaking with both Mike and Crystal, and then also obviously speaking with Stephanie, and then that's a blockbuster. It is against the law. I think it's called necrophilia. That it is against the law to have relations with someone once they're deceased. We'll have to, yes, thank you. We'll have to, yeah, well, they're all out on bail. And let me explain something. I know people are saying they're all, well, the charge they're being charged with is not, I'm not going to say it's not that it's not a serious crime, but, no one, when you're charged with, yes, they bailed themselves out. It's only a very, very serious crime that someone is then held without bail. So I believe they had very attainable bails, so to speak. I don't know. It's tough. I'm exhausted. Yep. That was different. Folks, we broke a lot of ground here tonight. Thank you very much, Doris. You don't hear that a lot. Meaning you're not going to see that on Channel 10 or Channel 12. What's that, Jonathan? Well, who was ice packing? I don't know. That was different. When he blurted out, Josh fucked Erica when she was dead. That was different. Let me tell you something. I've been doing this for a while. That was different. That was different. From now on, when people say to you, what makes his show different than all the other content out there, you could come back with that. You could say, well, let me tell you about a recent episode that they had where the father of the victim said that Jonathan Barrett, yes, it is very sad. It is very sad. Thank you very much, Jessica. I appreciate that. Yes, become a subscriber. Become a subscriber. See, the only thing is, though, I don't know. Somebody saw it. Somebody saw it. So now, in fairness, well, I don't know. I'm not going to get into fairness here. It sure sounds that way. I don't know. It's pretty raw. We folks, this is, thank you, Tracy Montero. It's real. It's definitely real, Ellen. Yep. You don't hear a lot of that. Well, people grieve in different ways. The information was given at the arraignment. Okay, that's true. Yep. That's a different one. From one. That's right, Lynn. Boy, thank you, Zach. I underestimate the KP crowd. Who knew? That is a whole scene, big time. I gotta, Meth Mouth is always, you go come down here and hang up. I would say Meth Mouth, I'm not gonna hang out at KP. Now, hey, I'm the one that was clearly missing out. So yes. Yep. We all do, Beatrice. She deserved a lot better. It can be tough. It can be tough, to help certain people. But all right. Yes. Who knew? I know, Lynn. I assure you, I think Road Patrol Live could just be grounded. I'm going to see if I can set up a studio right there at Kennedy Plaza. We don't need to leave. A lot of entertainment there. Boy, they're in the church. Thank you, Tommy Bryan. Happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Tommy Bryan. Hope you guys are having we'll have a good birthday weekend. I think that's a fair. Never like being a kid too long. Make sure my kids stay close to me. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. I wouldn't have the kids hanging there. I would say that's a good decision. Okay, yep, Meth Mouth. He would always be telling me, "You're making out. Mupo, come down here and hang." I'd be like, "Listen, I'm not hanging out down there." Who knew he was trying to help me? That is different. Yep, we're gonna have to. I also want to thank Nikki. Yep, Nikki connected with us, Felicia, and I was trying to. Let me see that. Ask Mike why he don't want her charged. He's guilty too. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, other than she's arguing she wasn't even there. So that part we're gonna have to wait and see how it how it shakes out with the CF investigation. By the way, good evening to the Central Falls Police that I know are either watching this or will be watching this. So I don't know about that, Len. We'll see. I can only, you know what? I'll say this. I'm CF is tough back to back. I have a hard time with the doubleheader stuff. I do. So I don't know what was going on. I don't. So all right. Yeah, that's right. The green light. Who knew that? I never put a green light on her. We learned a lot tonight. A lot of content. Look at that. Chuck. Chuck was great. Are you guys registered anywhere? What about the honeymoon? Maybe a good dentist. Listen, everybody. Let's see what shakes out over the course of the weekend. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Robin on this Friday night.